And it's back to racing we go with the Unlimited Lights Heat 2A. Here is your lineup. A lot of boats in this one. The Trafficade with Will Muncie at the controls, Ryan Mallow in the Numerica Credit Union, Miss Critical Logic, Paul Becker, Graham Trucking, it's Greg Hopp this time, not Jerry, Army Strong Napa Auto Parts, the Boat Electric and Kaylee Perkins coming in with no points after the first round, and the Shucks Venture Bank, the G7 boat, that's going to start 10 seconds behind Dustin Eccles at the controls, Heat 2A.
Unlimited Lights Heat 2A is presented for Seafair by Super Steel Plane. Quality lifting and service since 1937.
And so we come out with a little more than a minute before the start of this race inside the cockpit of one of the boats, and we start with Chip. A couple of drivers in this race, Chip, in heat number 1 could not stay on the right course. Will they be able to find their way around? I'm thinking of Paul Becker and Kaylee Perkins.
I don't think they're going to make the same mistake again, but both these guys have to win or finish second. If these aren't 1-2, they're going to have a hard time getting into the final.
That camera shot, by the way, from Greg Hopp inside the Graham Trucking boat, and Mike Fitzsimmons out on the start-finish line. Greg Hopp, pretty good driver in the lights and the Unlimiteds.
And definitely the spoiler here, if anybody gets in the way of Paul Becker or Kaylee Perkins, it's going to be this guy, Greg Hopp, and we're going to see what he sees from his boat cam, of course, in the cockpit of that Graham Trucking boat. Okay, they come around the upper corner now, and the lanes are established and leading them through on the inside. We have that orange boat, the Numerica Credit, is on the inside. Next to that is the Critical Logic. Outside of him is Graham Trucking with Greg Hopp. Kaylee Perkins is in the pack as well, but back a little bit and riding some slop as they come down here on the start. And it looks as though we've had an illegal start. Green flag is up, and Greg Hopp has control as they come down into that lower corner, but on the inside, Critical Logic with Paul Becker is trying to run him down.
Now, Paul Becker, that inside boat, he's got a smaller engine, so he can run inside. Greg Hopp out there on the outside, he's got to stay out there because he has a larger engine.
Now poking her nose in third place, and in between those two boats is Kaylee Perkins in the Boat Electric as she tries to run down the leaders. Now with the superior horsepower, Greg Hopp from the outside is about 3 boat lengths ahead of the Critical Logic with Paul Becker as they head into turn number 2, the north turn, and they all figured out the buoy line, and they're running the right course this time as they come around. And Paul Becker on the inside tightens up his corner, has a very fine run of it through that upper corner, and will at least be side by side with Greg Hopp at the start finish line, but Greg still has a better head of steam as they go back down into that lower corner again. For some reason, Kaylee Perkins has slipped back a little bit further from them, but she's still within their mirrors. And in fourth place overall, Numerica Credit with Ryan Mallon is staying in there, at least keeping it respectable. Down the back sheet now. Once again, Greg Hopp from the outside. He has superior horsepower, Chip, but the cornering capability of Paul Becker may make the difference.
Yeah, and in third place, Kaylee Perkins ran out of place to run. They came together and there was no water. She had to go from lane 2 out to lane 4, so that hurt her. She's in big trouble, folks. If she doesn't get up there quick, she's going to have a hard time being in the final.
And she knows it. She's keeping the throttle open as she goes into that corner one last time. Another nice corner by the Critical Logic and Paul Becker, but once again, the superior horsepower of Greg Hopp as the white flag shows for one more lap around. Greg Hopp a couple of boat lengths ahead as they finish lap number 2, but Kaylee has caught up just a little bit now, but she's really riding some ugly water in between those boats.
Now watch this area right here. If they get to that corner and they come together, that leaves Kaylee right here, no place to go. You get that top shot again, you'll see that Kaylee just can't find water. If the water is rough, see, there it is again. She had to go out the outside. Now she's running in that wake in this terrible water in here. You can't go fast in there.
And that has caused her to fall back further. Now, it appears as though Greg Hopp is getting a little bit better straightaway run this time and has drawn a little bit more distance between he and Paul Becker as they go into the upper corner for the last time. The checkered flag should show here on the start-finish line as coming around the corner, it is Greg Hopp, and he has tightened the corner down a little bit and has demonstrated that superior speed and a good, strong cornering capability and good driving means you accept the checkered flag first. He just did. Second place will be Paul Becker in the Critical Logic. Third place, Kaylee Perkins some distance back.
Paul Becker, if I owned an unlimited hydroplane, I think I'd put Paul Becker in it. That guy kind of quietly, week in and week out, makes perfect starts, makes very few mistakes. He's a very impressive driver, whether you're talking unlimited or lights.
And, of course, he started out driving a boat that was the oldest on the water, and he got every bit of the measure out of that he possibly could before he moved on to a better piece of equipment.
Man, be pointed out, Kaylee did a great job. She just never had a chance. She was trapped from the start and couldn't squeeze between Becker and that inside boat, but she drove it great.
Well, I'll disagree with you there, Pat. I think she had a horrible start. She was very late and outside, and you just can't win from out there. So this is a day Kaylee wants to forget. She missed buoys. She made bad starts. She had an engine failure. This has not been Kaylee's day.
She's going to have to get into the final, if at all, through the B main, which, of course, comes up tomorrow. Good news for Will Muncie. He managed to get the traffic aid warningpower.com across the finish line, get a checkered flag in 5th place overall.
That's the way to celebrate a win in Heat 2A here. The Unlimited Lights. Greg Hopp is standing by with our Bill Rocky.
Steve, that was a great race for Greg. A couple of drivers that really needed points, yet you were able to win the heat.
Yeah, you know, I think we got second place points that last heat, but we really kind of needed to win and ensure ourselves in the final. And we don't want as much cycle time as possible on it, so running the B main wouldn't be running it again. So our goal was to win that one, and the Graham Trucking GT boat took it all. So it was a great race with Paul Becker. I mean, he was running great. The boats are pretty much twins, so it was kind of hard to beat your own boat on the outside.
How tough is this for you guys in this water here at Seattle for your class of boats?
Well, you know, that's probably the best water we've had all weekend, and it was still amazingly rough. I don't quite, you know, it looked like glass, and the prop was out of the water more than it was in. So it's just the unlimited scale, you know, span the rollers better, and these boats are like perfectly the wrong size to fit in all the rollers here.
All right, Greg, good luck the rest of the way. Steve, Greg Hopp's now the favorite in the lights.
He is indeed. And he's got the excitement to show it as well. Here are your official results from Heat 2A of the Unlimited Lights with Graham Trucking on top. Critical Logic missed Boat Electric. Tough day for Kaylee. Followed by the Traffic Aid, Army Strong, Napa Auto Parts. And those are your results, official results. When we come back, you know, I don't think those folks have a TV out there, but if they did, with them, they would watch Heat 2B of the Unlimited Lights, taped yesterday here on Lake Washington. More boat racing, more air show, the Blue Angels still to come.